Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Xtremetarot. Woo! Oh my god, I just like knocked over something, sorry. Xtremetarot, where we do moon readings and zodiac readings. Today we're doing a zodiac reading for the sign of Scorpio. We're looking into what your person would most want to convey to you right now. I have these cards to represent your person's overall feelings towards you right now, and these cards just to represent the overall situation, just to clarify their feelings basically. What we had here was spear, heartache over what you no longer have. We got throne, position of authority, and grapes, time to go out and have fun. Okay, and then for these cards we got back to what you love, reevaluate your desires, with clarified by the generous card. We have time for a nap, number 24, clarified by shrewd. We have a networker. The light attribute is enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. With the worrywart, the shadow aspect was conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. And then we have the groundhog spirit, time to let go, with the childish energy clarifying it. So, okay, I also shuffled a song for you. It was Never Gonna Give You Up by Barry White. But it was interesting because then I flipped to the next song, because the vibe that I was getting from this initially was somebody going back and forth in their mind. Back to what you love, reevaluate your desires, but then time for a nap. This card talks about stepping back, taking a step back from trying to detach and not think about something, be neutral towards it. This is an energy of full force. I want this. I'm going back to what I love. I really desire this person, being generous of spirit, I would say. But the time for a nap, clarified by the shrewd energy. There's also a fox, which are known to be very clever animals. I feel that your person is going back and forth. It's like a pretty even divide and an even split. So that's why the song Never Gonna Give You Up by Barry White was kind of like throwing me for a loop, because I'm like, that's a very sure, that's kind of like this energy, but I'm like, where's this energy? That's taking a step back and wishy-washy about it. Not even wishy-washy, I wouldn't even say that. Like, I'd say they like make a very firm decision and then make another firm decision the other way and keep going back and forth. And then the card we got, or I'm sorry, the card. Then, so I was listening to that Barry White song, I flipped to the next song and I got Never Again by Kelly Clarkson. That was the song that was like on after that in that shuffle. And I was like, my songs aren't sorted alphabetically by the title, so it has nothing to do with that. Just, I don't even know if that is alphabetical. No, Never Again would have been first. Anyway, but it's just so interesting that it was Never Gonna Give You Up and then Never Again. Like, let's look at two lyrics from, like a set of lyrics from each of the song. Never Gonna Give You Up is, I mean, what's a good lyric from that song? I'm never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna stop about the way I feel about you, girl. I just can't live without you. Never gonna quit. I just want to stay right here with you. Do all the things you want me to. Barry knows how to talk to the ladies. Let's just say that. But then we're going over to Kelly Clarkson. Okay. The song Never Again. Here's some lyrics from that song. Never again will I kiss you. Never again will I want to. Never again will I love you. Never, never. Actually, I think it's more like the second never that I just sang. I mean, she's like never, but it's interesting. It's like, never will I ever leave you, like be able to let this go, but never will I love you again. So there is a sense of this person, I would say, feeling that they're with this groundhog spirit and the time to let go. There is a sense of anxiety and mental confusion, a desire for clarity, and that's why this time for a nap energy is here, I believe, because your person just gets overwhelmed by not knowing. And with these cards that we had gotten, heartache over what you no longer have, throne, position of authority, grapes, time to go out and have fun. I feel like that time for a nap is like, I just want to like not think about this connection anymore, get my power back from it, and start having fun and living my life again. This time to let go, I think your person feels like, yeah, they're caught in a limbo situation with you. And like they're childishly like clinging to your hand like a kid would cling to the hand of their parent, and they don't want to go to school on the first day or something like that. Like it's keeping them, they're seeing that it's keeping them from moving on to something else in their life. But at the same time, back to what you love. I want to read this from the book. Number 3. Let's read it. You can change what you are doing at any time. You do not have to feel stuck. I swear to God, I didn't read this before we started this, but go back to what you know, and more importantly, to what you love. Ask your angels to guide you with this process. You can do anything you genuinely want to do. Take inventory, look at where you got off track, and find what you need to do to get back to you. You are meant to live a life of happiness. Bliss, love, relationship, and wealth are your fate. You can change your mind at any time and do something you have always longed to do. When you do something you love, you reconnect to your bliss. A girl celebrates as she finds a beautiful path before her. The doves flying next to her symbolize love, peace, and tranquility. The butterflies leading the way denote rejuvenation and transformation. A face in the distance is watching over this path as a reminder that you are never alone and your path is divinely guided. I feel like, yes, that's beautiful, but I do feel like this person feels like divinely guided towards you. They feel like maybe they see signs like about you. They just feel a strong pull towards you. And with the butterflies leading the way on the path here, it's making me think that this connection has affected a lot of change in your person. This could be one of those readings where you're getting your own energy back at you. I just want to say that. Or it just could not be, but I just wanted to throw that out there. This seems like the more chaser energy like that you get with these sorts of readings. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. We also have this networker card, and we have the worrywart energy clarifying it. And the part that I'm really more so getting is spreads fear and falsehood. Not that your person necessarily is spreading fear and falsehood, but that they're imagining with the worrywart, the way that groundhog is like gnawing on its heart. I feel like your person's feelings come through very clear sometimes with that Barry White song, but then something about networkers, something about the information that they're digesting, maybe from their friends and family. You could just be reels. If someone really loves you, blah, 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 blah. Like those things you always see like on Instagram or whatever, TikTok, like quotes and stuff, like your soulmate isn't gonna do this. And I'm not saying that they're right or wrong. I'm just saying that your person like digests those things and thinks, you know what, they're right. I feel like your person is a very logical person. We have a lot of mental energy coming through with the networker. That's making me think of Mercury energy. So they could have like Gemini or Virgo in their chart. And the shrewd energy. But it's like, yes, when you have like a lot of mental energy like that, yes, you're very intelligent, they're very clever. I think I was saying that earlier, and shrewd, but it also can go the other way where it's a little bit too much sometimes and lead to anxiety and a worrywart kind of a mindset here. And I feel like they have a tough time like making a decision and sticking to it. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't even say at the end of the day anything, because I think they're literally split like that. We have also this on the back of the deck, come to the edge, never-ending story. I feel like this person feels like this is a never-ending cycle with you, that is draining them. And it's like they come to the edge to let it go, and then they step back, and there's a lot about timing. Oh, that's an hourglass too. I think they feel like they've not wasted time, but I think if you like popped in today and were like, hey, they'd feel like it was time well spent, or well spent missing you, or whatever this whole process and this cycle has been for them. But that hasn't happened yet as of right now, and they're just thinking, how much more time am I going to waste, kind of a thing. Is it time to let go? There's a lot about timing, time for a nap, time to let go. And then we also had this Fool energy in the bottom of the deck. I feel like fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. I feel like they deal with a lot of this turmoil in private. I don't think that they necessarily even talk about it with people. It's just something that they go through. And again, if it is their friends and family weighing in, like, oh, this person doesn't care about you because they wouldn't do this and that, like, your person sees the truth in that. And so even when they do go back to what they love, which is you, they feel very generous of spirit towards you. I don't think they even talk about it with their friends or family. They just keep it to themselves. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. So let's get some messages from them and see what they would want to see, and then we're going to clarify them with tarot. Also, if you like my readings, and I am going to be posting more, mostly just zodiac readings, and I do moon readings too, but like, feel free to subscribe to my channel because I want to be a famous tarot reader on YouTube. Just kidding. But no, just let me know if you like it, the channel, by liking or subscribing or whatever. I would appreciate it. So, okay, let's see. What would Scorpio's person most want to say to Scorpio? What information do they want to convey since they are the networker? What do they want to say? You always have such nice things to say. Interesting. And I feel like that your person looks at your behavior, but certain behaviors, I feel like just the way their mind is split, they see your behavior in that way as well, where like they could have a bunch of nice things that you do on one hand, but then a lot of like things that you've done that have like disappointed them on the other. What does Scorpio's person most want to convey? You have such zest for life. Okay, what would Scorpio's person most want to say? I get so confused and don't know what's right. Should I contact you if I'm not ready for a full-blown relationship, or will that make things worse? How am I able to feel you when you're miles away? Sorry. I've never met anyone like you. I allowed others to distort my perception of you. I was getting that their friends and family have some opinions about this connection. I never meant to hurt you. Again, never, like, there's a lot of, like, that's funny how, like, we had the two songs. I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. You're such a nurturer on the bottom of the deck. I just saw that. I feel such a real connection to you. All right, so maybe this is something where, now that I'm looking at this, I feel like maybe they did something to get their power back, like blocked you or told you it was over, or like did some sort of really final, like, I'm getting like a final nail in the coffin. And not necessarily to hurt you. I think they did it just for themselves here with the I never meant to hurt you. And I feel that they're maybe regretting it. And for instance, if they blocked you, they want to like unblock you and send you a message and be like, oh, sorry, but they're afraid of your reaction. We're starting with you always have such nice things to say, and we're ending with I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. So maybe that's where the split energy is coming in, where it's not maybe on a daily basis, like their energy is switching like that rapidly, but maybe like they felt at one point very like sure about you and like they were following this divinely guided path, and then something happened where they felt it just had to be over, and they saw something that really they couldn't deny to themselves the logic of the situation. Like if someone cared about me, they wouldn't do this. They cut things off, time for a nap, took a step back, time to let go here with the childish. But maybe they did something that could be construed as childish, like again, like they blocked you or something like that, deleted you out of their phone, like did something where they just cut it off. And but it's like they cut it off maybe in some other way, like with the network or like maybe on social media, for example, but they're not able to cut it off in their heart. Like they just can't, like, you know what I mean? Like at least right now. Let's just start clarifying. I just feel that, sorry, but I do feel like they miss you. They feel like they've sabotaged this, though. This is how they're feeling. They feel like they've sabotaged this. Like Two of Cups is the one for me. And now, like, I can't even talk to them because they're not even in my phone anymore. I don't even know what their number is. So I feel like they're regretting their actions. And maybe somebody was in their ear, kind of pushing them to do this, or it's time to let go kind of a thing, you know, almost. And they felt, I think that they are, I think what happened is that they maybe impulsively did something where they, like, again, cut you off somehow. But then, look, I get so confused and don't know what's right. Should I contact you? This is if I'm not ready for a full-blown relationship. But maybe, like I was saying, they want to contact you, like add you again on social media or something, but they're afraid of your react. Like you're not gonna add them back, or you're gonna like maybe say something mean to them. And I feel like they almost feel like they're too nervous to try. Like definitely they wouldn't do it. So anyway, you always have such nice things to say. Justice. Okay. Like how I was saying, they have a sort of tally in their head of nice things and maybe not so nice things. We have the Knight of Swords here. Maybe a lot of evidence of you being a very just, honest, fair person, but a lot of energy of you being a little bit reckless. What's this? Knight of Wands, yeah, and Knight of Swords sticking out. King of Pentacles. A lot of energies of you being very reckless with their feelings, and they don't, with Justice, it's like they don't know how to reconcile those two things. It doesn't, I wouldn't even say that it doesn't balance out. I think it very evenly balances out, where the good and the bad are such, like the bad is so bad, but the good is so good. They don't know what to make of it, and it ends up leaving them very confused. They're very confused, and like they just want some clarity here. They want to know what is the truth of how this person feels about me. But at the same time, I think with this shrewd energy, they feel like they know the truth based on something that happened between you whenever they maybe cut you off here. I'm getting that they maybe sabotaged your communications. Oh yeah, with the networker, that's all about communication. They maybe sabotaged your communication, almost made it impossible for you to communicate with them, but they miss you so much. You have such zest for life. What would they want to say about that? Oh. Four of Wands. I think that they just enjoy your company. They enjoy your spirit with the Four of Wands. They feel every time that you are together, talking, hanging out, like Four of Wands is like happy events, celebrations, joyous occasions, things like that. And it also talks about foundations. So you have such zest for life. They see that you and them have all the ingredients to have a happy life together. they appreciate with the zest for life, and the fact that it was clarified by a Wands energy here, I feel that they think you have a good balance of like work hard, play hard kind of a thing that they like. I'm getting that. Maybe even a little too much play, if anything, but they like that you're a lot of fun. Maybe they're very serious. And it looks like they're a worrier and they have a lot of like mental woes here. So maybe they appreciate your like, oh, I'm trying not to say like, maybe they appreciate your fun-loving approach to life. They find that very refreshing, I would say. And this is like, these two coming out at the top is showing me that this is maybe why they initially fell for you and why they initially felt so strongly about it. They felt like your fun-loving self was a good counterbalance to the anxieties that plague them, I would say, on a daily basis. I get so confused and don't know what's right. Should I contact you if I'm not ready for a full-blown relationship, or will that make things worse? We have strength. With the strength card being here, again, they feel like they've backed themselves into a corner where they're unable to take any action. The strength card is all about holding yourself back, and again, it's almost like, but I'm getting it in a negative way, where they are now holding themselves back out of fear, whereas when they first started doing this, like if they did cut off contact with you somehow, it really felt like it was serving their best interests at the time. They didn't do it out of spite. This might be a case where if something did go down between you, it wasn't like an immediate reaction in anger. With the strength card, I'm not getting that it was like this isn't the Tower, like a reaction, an emotional, dramatic reaction. I'm getting that with the strength card, it was thought over. It was weighed, especially it's coming out right underneath justice. I'm thinking about it like that. The Six of Pentacles weighed. Yeah. Oh, hello. I think, and with the Six of Pentacles, what they weighed was your behavior and your treatment of them and your willingness to give to the connection. And I think that they felt they were getting the short end of the stick, and they had no choice but to really hold themselves back from this. And now that some time has passed, they're realizing that their heartache is still present. It's not going away. They're still thinking about you. The only difference is now that they've cut off communication with you and they feel like they've ruined this. And they're, I would say, beating themselves up about it. How am I able to feel you when you're miles away? We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Cups energy. So I feel that no matter how much time has gone by, you're constantly on their mind. You're constantly in their thoughts. The first card that we got here was the Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. And their heart is still feeling the pain of this, even with the childish energy, the gnawing on the heart here. I feel that they just want you to sweep in with the Knight of Cups. And like, what's a good song? Like Far Away by Nickelback. Like, I'm not leaving you anymore. Like something like that. Like they wish you would just come in and give them some grand gesture and show them that your feelings are reciprocal. And I think that they look back I feel like when they're maybe like alone in their room at night, they're thinking back on your interactions in the past, and whether they think you have some sort of spiritual connection or not, that's kind of, this could be a confirmation of that. But regardless of that, they look back on memories of you, kind of what I was saying up here with the Justice energy, where it's almost like when you're doing an accounting, like a QuickBooks thing, and you're balancing your finances or whatever it is, and you're doing the income versus like your expenses, and like the income is all the nice things you've said to them and all the nice things you've done to them, all the evidence that you cared about them, but the depletions or the whatever you call it, outgoing money, what do you call that, spending, whatever, is maybe your behavior, whatever made them sort of cut things off for you. I feel like they're weighing the pros and cons is like a better way to say that, but I'm almost getting like an accounting thing, like there's a lot of things, but where it equals out like to zero, like it just all cancels each other out, so there really doesn't end up being any resolution for your person, and that's why they're stuck constantly in this split mindset that I feel like is very frustrating to them, and they are almost going in this circle trying to find a way out, whether that way out is to move on from you or to just be with you, but neither one is really happening, and they just feel very stuck. I've never met anyone like you. I feel, well, hold on, let's just see what comes out. Six of Wands. I've never met anyone like you. I feel, and the Five of Cups, your person has had a lot of, oh my God, and then I saw the Ten of Cups underneath that. I feel like your person, yeah, we have the Queen of Swords. I feel like your person has had a hard past here. I feel like they've had a lot of regret and loss and maybe failed relationships, maybe 5 major ones, something like that. But with the Six of Wands, they felt like they had finally met their match. They had finally met somebody that checked every single box for them. Somebody that was on their level mentally, every single level. And even in very little ways that they probably couldn't even really articulate, you checked every box. There were like little subtle things. I feel like your person watches people, not in a weird way, but they observe little actions in other people, little details, because I was getting sort of like a Virgo energy here. And again, you like passed every test for your person, and that no one has ever passed every test for them. So it's like that's how they knew you were the one. And that's what keeps them. I think there is like a long history of them like collecting evidence. This isn't just like, oh, I met you and we hung out for like a week and now I can't stop thinking about you. I feel like this is like a long established, a long established feeling that this person has had for you. I allowed others to distort my perception of you. Hi, baby. Kiki. What is your person mean by that? We have the Hierophant. Yeah, they listen to someone else's authority other than their own. We have the Emperor here. The Hierophant and the Emperor, they let other people make them feel stupid is what I'm getting from that. Maybe somebody said that to them. You look so stupid. Like, you have to stop. Like, you got to stop. This is too much already. Like, this person is not into you. And maybe you're not. Like, or maybe you're not into them and whoever's saying this is right. And maybe you just get off on, for whatever reason, like it satisfies your ego. Maybe you're not doing it consciously. Like, you get off on hurting them, but you enjoy their attention, maybe is a better way to say that. And you're just stuck in this cycle too, because it kind of feeds your ego a little bit, but you don't necessarily want anything real. And, you know, you think about books like He's Just Not That Into You, where it's like, you know, if somebody's into you, like, they're asking you out, like they're gonna show up, they're gonna like show you with their actions that they want to be with you and things like that. And when your person thinks about things like that, or maybe they have people in their ear saying that, it does make sense to them. They are a logical person and they're like, you know what, that's right. But then they can't understand why they can't get over this feeling that they have for you. And what song was I hearing like right when I started shuffling? It's called I See You by Coco Jones, but I don't even really, I've only heard that song a couple times, but it's something about like how there's like a soul feel to the connection that like I can't get from anybody else. That was kind of like the vibe I was getting here with I've never met anyone like you. That was kind of what I was trying to articulate. Maybe that song will articulate it better, because I felt like I was having a little bit of trouble, but I would maybe listen to that song. But it's like, I forget how it goes. Just please listen to it. I See You. I feel like that's how they feel about you. But yeah, I think they let other people step in, and maybe that needed to happen. Like, they really were giving their power away, I feel like, to this connection. So I think that their friends and family were just trying to care about them. I don't know, 9 of Swords I just got. And the High Priestess in reverse. They let their worries trump their intuition in this case. That's how they feel right now. I never meant to hurt you. Seven of Swords. They feel like, and then the Lovers, they feel like they made the wrong decision by whatever they did here with the Seven of Swords. They feel that now you don't have a realistic view of how they feel about you, and they're very upset about that. With the Seven of Swords, it's like a mask kind of an energy, deceptive energy. They feel like them blocking you or cutting off your contact with you is a fake representation of how they really feel or something like that. But they feel like they made the wrong decisions. They chose wrong. They, I think, let other people get into their head, and I think they were sick of this being in limbo, and they were trying to force it on themselves, but it kind of backfired on them because, like, the feeling's still there, but now they just can't talk to you, and they're sad, and they just miss you. I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. Page of Swords. Yeah, they're not gonna be trying to fix this anytime soon. With the Page of Swords, is a very passive energy, an observant energy. Maybe they're getting news about you from people that you both know. If that's the case, I do feel like there was like a history here, so there could be mutual friends, something like that in the mix here, and they're wondering what you're hearing about them, and I think they're just wishing that they could fix this. Really, they really wish they could. They wish they knew how you felt. Let's see, what is this person, what's going to happen next in this connection? Let's just get a few. Teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So if this is a same-sex connection, but I'm getting maybe that they're just, with the time to go out and have fun, I feel like they're just trying to live their life here. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. I feel like they could be an Aries, but like their pride is in the way, and they're most likely not going to be deviating from whatever they're doing now. We have May. Okay, so maybe something happened. This happened in May, whatever happened between you guys. It could have been when that went down, or when victory in some endeavor. So let me see, what's that victory about? Gavel, involvement with the law. I don't know, but I'm getting more of like that justice energy here, and we have like the Six of Wands here. So maybe in May they had some success, you had some success. Something about that is like sticking out. I feel like these cards all go together, where maybe they feel like you had some victory or something like that, and then almost thought you were too good for them. Oh, the position of authority, we had that. Maybe they see you as like moving on in your life, having good things happen to you, and they're just kind of stuck here ruminating on this connection and on their loss. So yeah, it's kind of I feel kind of down doing this reading. Sorry. Not like super devastated, but like a little Four of Cupsy. So maybe, you know, I feel like your person is just kind of blah, and they want some zest back in their life, and they feel like got the magic potion. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this reading, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.